Hey y'all, and welcome to episode 2 of Am I an Adult Now? Where we talk about the livelihood of being a new age adult. I'm your host, Cartavia, and y'all, I just had an epiphany. I low-key think I'm the problem. Like, am I really the problem? Am I really the problem? Am I really the problem? The world may never know. In today's episode, we're just going to be going over why I believe that I am the problem. By the way, if y'all hear a lot of noise in the background, they're watching a movie in the living room, so I apologize in advance. I have no control over that. I asked my sister to turn the TV down. Hopefully she do. But anywho, y'all, it's just crazy. Also, thank you so much to everybody that tuned in to episode 1, y'all. We got 10 views. I don't know, that's just a lot to me, especially the fact that I'm the only one subscribed to my channel right now from my regular channel, like my vlog / this, that, and the third channel. Right now, we only have 1 subscriber, and that's me because I'm my biggest supporter, and I just love that. But people are actually watching my video. It might be a minute, it might be 30 seconds, it might even be 3 minutes, but at least people are engaging with my content, and that's all I care about. But y'all, I'm excited for this podcast journey. Like, I'm so glad that I started this. It's a way to keep me consistent with not only doing this podcast, but just doing my YouTube videos in general. If y'all don't know, this is like the first episode that y'all are tuning in. In my last episode, I was telling y'all that I got another YouTube account, and I believe I put the YouTube name in that episode. I probably did, I probably didn't, but if I didn't, the name is Tavia Diary, 2 A's, 2 Y's. So Tavia, 2 A's, Diary, 2 Y's. So y'all should definitely go subscribe because your girl is funny. I'm always stating my unpopular opinions, and child, I'm just the shit. But without further ado, let's get right into this episode. I don't even know why I'm talking to y'all like this is a YouTube video because, child, I can really just free talk on here and just yap away. I had to make sure my phone was still recording because y'all know your girl be running out of storage, child, because I record on my phone. But I'm gonna get a camera. But y'all, so, okay. Remember how I was telling y'all that I'm single in my last podcast? Well, my ex-boyfriend ended up texting me, I think like a day or 2 ago. It might have been 2 days ago. Just basically like asking me how I've been. Mind y'all, we just split. We just went our separate ways on New Year's Day, which is ironic as hell. But he was just texting me to check up on me, and that checking up on me lasted until today. And I'm thinking he just gonna text me real quick and be done with it, no child. He is like texting me like constantly. So I don't know. I'm not gonna say that it's something, but I'm not gonna say that it's nothing because y'all know how dudes are. They like to wheel their way in back into your life, and it's like, why end things if you know you're gonna come back? Like, that's what blows my mind. But I have a lot that I need to work on personally. He has his own thing going on. I'm not gonna speak for him, but on my end, there's some things that he should probably work on himself. And I think it's good that we parted ways because I have a lot that I need to work on with myself. I'm not even gonna say fix because I don't want to fix anything about myself. I want to embrace who I am. I am very hard to deal with. I know that for a fact, just based off like my upbringing, which we will talk about in just a second. But I just know that I'm a hard person to deal with, and I don't mean any harm whatsoever. I want that love that I didn't receive as a child from my dad. So I look for that love in men, and I look for it in the wrong man. Not saying that my ex-boyfriend was the wrong man for me. He was perfect. But the only thing was, I'm just not good when it comes to affection and just being like seductive and things of that such. But y'all, let me tell y'all about my dad. So growing up, I had both parents until about 5th grade. So growing up, I had both of my parents in the household. Yes, it was a little toxic between them. Actually, I lied. It was a lot of toxic. But I still had both of my parents. I was content with that. My dad would come to my school. Okay, cool, whatever. 5th grade comes around, and me and my family were living with my aunt, and my dad calls my mom, calls all of us, and is basically like, I want to start a new family. I don't want y'all contacting me, blah, blah, blah. And he did that to me and my other siblings. I told y'all in my last episode, but I have 7 siblings, and I'm like the middle child of all of my siblings. And then I have my little sister and my little brother who live with me and my mom. And anyways, so yeah. So he dipped, and I had so much resentment towards him. Like, I really, really, I'm gonna be honest, I hated him. Like, anytime I heard his name, anytime I seen his face, I just got so upset. And it just got to a point where my family knew, my mom knew, my siblings knew not to bring him up around me, or I would literally explode. Like, anything about my dad when I was younger just pissed me off to the max. So yeah, so basically, like, he just left, and I had so much resentment. I had so much hate towards him, and it definitely showed through the stuff that I was doing, how I treated people, how I treated dudes, how my relationships have been with dudes. And honestly, I didn't get into my first real relationship, I'm gonna say real relationship, until about sophomore going into junior year. So second semester of sophomore year, I met a dude. I'm not gonna say his name, but I met a dude, and we started dating. We dated for 3 years. We would have, honestly, y'all, we would have still been dating to this day if I had not did what I did. But that's a whole nother, that'll be in a whole nother episode. But yeah, so I met this dude, and he just showed me so much love and affection. He was so caring. He knew my upbringing. He knew my family. He met all of my family. Like, he just knew me. And that was like my first real relationship. I was really in love with him, but he ended up leaving for the military. So yeah, I'm gonna just leave it at that. But being with him, it's like my standards got so high, because it's like, I want this in a man, I want that in a man, I want blah, 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 blah. And I don't know what happened, but I feel like after I lost my virginity when I was 19, I didn't lose my virginity until I was 19, mind y'all. I was a virgin all through high school, and I'm so proud of that. I'm so proud to say that. But anywho, I didn't lose my virginity until I was 19 years old. And I felt like after I lost my virginity, how I looked at men, just, it altered so badly. And it got to the point where it's like, knowing how my dad is, knowing that my dad had all of these kids with all of these women, it's just like, are dudes even loyal? Are dudes even faithful? Should I give my love to dudes? Should I even be vulnerable with dudes? Should I be submissive with dudes? Like, should I just be that soft girl? And for a long time, I didn't know why I was so comfortable with cutting dudes off and just doing sexual activities with dudes and being like, okay, I'm done. Like, I didn't know for a long time why I was like that until until 2024, I would say. I started to realize that I act that way because I'm scared of abandonment, and I'm scared for someone to leave me before I leave them. So basically, I'm just scared of abandonment. And I just feel like I'm the problem, because you would think someone would realize that and want to work on it, but I didn't realize that until 2024, y'all. And I was just always wondering, like, what's wrong with me? Why can't I keep a dude? Why every dude I encounter, something really bad happens, and they end up either hating me, doing some other crazy stuff, which, y'all, we will get into crazy exes in another episode, because I got stories. But it's just, I was just like, why do all of my relationships keep failing? And I finally realized it's me. Like, it's literally me. Yes, it's them as well, but they do little stuff, like just little weird stuff, like cheating. I will get into that later, but cheating or texting a girl, or just little stuff that I don't tolerate. Once I see you texting somebody else and doing this, that, and third, I'm gone. Like, I am gone. But just little stuff like that. But with me, it's big stuff, like I need constant reassurance, which it's good to want reassurance, but it gets unhealthy. And I would always want to know, like, do you still love me? Do you think I'm pretty? Blah, 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 blah. Just ask all these questions. And it's like, let's say me and my ex-boyfriend were in his car or whatever, and he's driving, and we're talking, laughing, listening to music, singing, whatever. And then out of nowhere, he gets quiet. I'm not gonna say out of nowhere, but like, you know, the vibes start chilling out. We chill, we mellow, and I just see him driving, but he's not talking, and it's been like 5 to 10 minutes. I would think something's wrong with him whole time. He just relaxing, driving, cruising, you know, doing his thing. And I would just be like, oh, what's wrong with you? Are you okay? What's wrong? Did I do something? Oh my God, did I do something? Like, what did I do? Just freaking out. And this year, I want to cut that out completely. I want to stop assuming. I want to stop overthinking, overreacting. And I want to tone down my reassurance just a little bit. Just maybe a lot of it, but just a little bit. Like, y'all, I don't know. It's just crazy because that's not only for men, but for women as well. Actually, I lied. I don't have a bad relationship with females. It's just me and females don't typically get along, only because I'm not gonna say I got bullied, because this girl tried to bully me, but I ended up fighting back and she left me alone. And then my dad used to always pop up at the school when I was before 5th grade, so nobody really messed with me. But I know I'm getting off topic a little bit, but it's gonna make sense. It's all gonna come together. Just watch. But yes, my relationship with women, I have friends. I have a couple actually that I adore, and they know who I am. They know how I am, and they accept me for who I am. And I love that. But I also have other females that'll be like, well, she don't be hugging me, or she don't be FaceTiming me every day. She don't fuck with me. I don't, like, just little weird shit. And I'm just like, how am I weird? Because I don't want to FaceTime you every day. I don't want to text you every day. Like, just little stuff like that. So some females find me intimidating, and then others find me like, oh my God, I want to be her friend. Like, I met a girl at work, and she is so cool. We text. I'm supposed to be going over her house, but I'm getting off topic. But yes, I meet people, and when I see your vibe is genuine and cool, and I'm like, okay, I fuck with you. Like, I fuck with your vibe, then we could be friends. But if I'm just around you and I'm like, yeah, nah, I know we're not gonna be good friends. Like, I could just tell by your energy. I could tell by the way you looking at me, baby, you will never hear from me unless you reach out to me. I'm not gonna be rude. I'll reach back out, but don't expect a back and forth conversation. Like, you said, hey, how are you? And I'll be like, I'm good. How are you? You like, I'm good. I'm like, that's good. Leave it at that. If you keep texting, that's just on you. For the females that I wouldn't consider being friends with and things of that such. But it all ties back to, you know, my dad. And I know the fact that when he left when I was younger, that just kind of caused I'm not even gonna say attachment issues, but it caused the abandonment issues. And this year, I want to work on that. I want to work on just being more mellow and not really seeing people as, not being so, I wouldn't say needy, but not being scared to be rejected, or not being scared to be abandoned or be dismissed. Like, I'm tired of being scared of that. And I also want to work on my attitude. If I'm mad about something, I want to learn to just cool down and not blow up. And that's what I can say about my relationship when it comes to men, is men that I date, I have a tendency to just blow up. And I'll wait a little bit, I'll wait out, but when you continue to just, I'm not going to blame them, because that's what I'm doing, I'm blaming. But when somebody just continues to lie, or just like do little stuff that I'm telling you, like, hey, I don't like this, and you keep doing it, it's like, well, do I have to get crazy up in this? Like, do I have to get crazy on you? Like, I really don't want to get crazy on you, but do I have to get crazy on you because you don't want to listen to me? So it's like, I want to work on calming myself down and not tending to blow up all the time. And it's really not even worth it, for real, y'all. Like, I say, if you're single and you're ready to date, like, you know, you're ready, you're healed, date. But if you're in a relationship with someone, or if you know that you have some issues that you know can affect or jeopardize your relationship with your significant other, me personally, to you, I just suggest that you work on yourself, you heal yourself before you give yourself to someone. and give yourself to the right person. You will know when that person is right for you. You can literally feel the energy. You can feel that love being transferred from them to you. So just always keep that in mind. If you're with a man and you're telling him, I don't like the fact that you leave your clothes on the floor, I don't like the fact that you leave the toilet seat up, and he's just leaving his clothes on the floor, leaving the toilet seat up. He might do it, he might pick his clothes up one day, but then the next day they back on the floor. Like, just leave him alone. Just leave him alone. And ladies, we also, I'm not gonna say we, but ladies, if you're like me and you blow up and you have abandonment issues, so it's like, okay, well, if you don't want to act like I'm gonna leave, or just always ready to leave, just maybe think, sit down and be like, why? Ask yourself, why do I want to leave right now? Why am I so upset right now? And that's what I'm learning to do. I'm learning to ask myself, my younger self, why are you so upset right now? Why is this bothering you so much? And those questions will really open up your inner self, and it'll make you realize a lot. It'll make you realize a lot. I know I'm rambling, I know I'm jambling, I know I'm going on and on about different stuff, but it all makes sense, y'all. Basically, whoever I decide to date next, when I am ready to date again, when I am healed, and when I figure out my triggers and all the issues, quote unquote, that I might have, or all the flaws that I might have, I don't, what was I finna say? I didn't lost train of thought. Basically, what I'm trying to say is I don't want to bring those same issues into my future life or into my present life. Right now, in this present moment, I'm learning to calm down. I'm learning to calm down, y'all. Because sometimes we as women, especially Black women, I'm not discrediting any other woman, but us as Black women, don't lie, we be very fucking angry, and we just gotta learn to just sigh, zen, just calm down, because it really don't even be that deep, for real. It really don't even be that deep. But anywho, on to the next topic looking at. But that's just my little spiel on relationships and stuff like that. How have y'all been? Did y'all figure out y'all New Year's resolutions? I'm listening. Did y'all figure out y'all New Year's resolutions, or do you already know yours? If you do, comment down below your New Year's resolution. I want to hear it. But y'all, speaking of relationships, I didn't even want to bring this in the video. But I am. So I got a little story time for y'all. So tell me why me and my homegirl, we at the bar, we having a good time. It's New Year's Eve. It's like, I think 5 minutes until 12 a.m., basically until New Year's Day. So we vibing, we taking shots, we grooving and moving and, just having a good time, looking cute. I'm not even gonna say cute, because cute is for puppies. Looking fine, looking sexy, looking grown, all cute, like just looking the best that we can look, just having a good time vibing. Why my ex-best friend and her ex-friend, so that the girl is both of our friends, but she's my ex-best friend, and she is my homegirl's friend. We were a friend group of 3. Let me put that. And we've been a friend group of 3 since 2022. It's now 2025. But me and my best friend, we've been friends since sophomore year. So do the math. But anywho, and her and my ex-best friend been friends since freshman year. So they knew each other longer, but my homegirl ended up leaving our high school. So then that's when I met my ex-best friend, and that's just how that went. But anywho, back to the story. So, mind you, let me give y'all a little backstory before I even tell y'all what she did, because y'all not gonna understand. I'm like, girl, what do you mean? Like, she texted you New Year's, so what? So a couple months ago, we had an incident with her where, I'm not even gonna tell y'all the incident because I don't want to do all that. I don't want to start no drama. I really don't. But she did a little incident to my friend, and we still don't even know if she's the one that did it. Well, I'm gonna say I don't even know if she's the one that did it. I feel like she did it, but then again, it's no proof. Like, I don't know. I'm still questioning it. But prior to that incident that happened in September, she wasn't a good friend to me, basically. Like, we had a fight junior year, basically because her brother started a rumor about me. And I told my boyfriend at the time, the dude I was just telling y'all about, that I started dating sophomore year, about the incident. And so my boyfriend at the time was ready to fight her brother. They didn't end up fighting, but word got around to my ex-best friend. At the time, me and her weren't talking. I forgot why we weren't talking, but we weren't talking. Come to find out, somebody told her that my boyfriend was trying to fight her brother. So she's like, well, if her boyfriend's trying to fight my brother, I'ma fight her. Just talking big shit, just talking huge shit. So I'm getting off the bus. I was already having a bad morning that morning, so I didn't really want to be fucked with. Like, I did not want to be fucked with. So I'm walking off the bus, and I just hear her talking to our mutual friend, which I'm still friends with to this day. Love you, Pookie Bud. But, oh, I'm sorry, I keep burping, but yeah, she's talking to our mutual friend. She's like, yeah, I'll fight her. Just talking mad shit as I'm walking by, and she's getting louder as I'm walking by her. So then I was like, I basically was just like, come hit me then, or come fight me, something like that. So she walked up to me and she was like, what you say? And I was like, if you want to fight me so bad, And then she started yelling in my face. I'm just sitting there quiet. Out of nowhere, I think I either punched her in the face or I smacked her. It was one of them, but I hit her dead in her face. And that's where I fucked up, because you're not supposed to swing first. But anywho, hit her right in her face. We started fighting. So first we were fighting on the ground. She's literally pulling my hair. She didn't have hair, so I couldn't pull her hair. So I was just punching her in the head. Just, punching her in the head. Why am I describing the fight to y'all? More of the story, we had a fight. Junior year. So we stopped talking. Well, I stopped being her friend. And literally, y'all, like a couple months after our fight, like senior year, she was texting me constantly, let's be friends again, I'm sorry, just apologizing, just begging me to be her best friend again. And I'm just like, no, I'm good on that. I didn't text her back, but I would just read her messages and be like, oh, whatever, just ignoring her basically. So fast forward to 2022, when I was telling y'all my boyfriend at the time went to the military. That's when I started back hanging out with her and talking to her. So I went over her house, and after that day that I went over her house, we were stuck like glue. Like, we were stuck to the hip. If you seen her, you seen me. If you seen me, you seen her. That was all 2022, nonstop, until she got pregnant. When she got pregnant, another situation happened, and we stopped being friends again. Fast forward to May of last year, she had her baby. Not gonna say her baby's name, but she had her baby, and she called me. I was the first person she called and was like, I just gave birth to so-and-so. I just want to let you know, da-da-da. So, and we also have the same birthday. So earlier that year in February, she came to Razoo's with me for my birthday. Anywho, so we started back being friends for the summertime. I had just broken up with this dude. This was 2023. I just broken up with this dude, and I was like, you know what? Me and her are already talking, blah, 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 let's hang out. So it was me, my ex-best friend, and my homegirl. All three of us, we were hanging out. We started going to parties. We went to our first party in December. Started going to parties. Everything was good all the way up until March of 2024. So months before that, all the months before that, I was getting money taken out of my account. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, who is stealing money? And it wasn't just $5, $2, 3 cents. It was like $200, $300, $600, $20, $40. It was just a lot of fucking money, y'all. Like, a lot of money. So I'm like, who is taking my money? Mind y'all, I was using her phone the summer before. So 2023 in the summer, I was using her phone because the dude that I just had broken up with broke my phone, which we will talk about that in another fucking video. Like I said, I had some stories about some crazy exes, but the dude that I was dating in 2023, he broke my phone. So she let me use her phone until I got a new one. So I had all my card info on there. I had, my social media, my bank stuff, just important ass shit on her phone. And I don't remember if I deleted the shit. I don't remember if I restarted the phone. I don't remember. And you know how Apple saves like passcodes and all of that? I don't even know if I deleted that. I know for a fact I didn't delete that shit, but I don't know what all I deleted out of her phone. So yeah, fast forward back to March. I kind of just was putting two and two together, and I was just like, girl, have you been taking my money? And like, I was just like pointing out little shit to her. I was just telling her like, I have been using your phone, And at the time, this text now number was texting me talking about, that's why I took your money, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, who is this and who had my number? She tried to blame it on this girl she had an altercation with. I'm just like, how that girl even got my number? Unless my ex gave, it don't even matter. But more of the story is, I feel like all those months she was taking my money and just wasn't being honest about it. And mind you, in high school, she used to, you know, steal from people. But that's besides the point. So I was just like, girl, like, are you even telling the truth right now? My bad, y'all. I had to make sure I was, my phone was still recording. But anyways, I'm like, girl, like, I really don't believe you. So we stopped being friends. Things got really heated. And yeah, things got really heated. So me, my ex-best friend, and my homegirl, we all stopped talking. My ex-best friend and my homegirl were still friends. They were still hanging out, still talking, but I wasn't talking to them. We had beef for a little bit. For me, I was only beefing with them for like a week or two. But for them, I don't know how long it was for them. So fast forward to like mid to late April. It was after me and my ex-boyfriend recently started dating. I went over there to have like an intermission with them. We all talked, apologized, blah, 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 said how we felt, and we were all cool. Things were so good between us. We all hanging out on FaceTime every other day, just living it up. So then fast forward to September, she did a little thing with my homegirl, and ever since then, me and my homegirl have cut her off because we realized how she's treated me, what she did to my friend, and how she's treated other people in her life. And I'm not even gonna speak for my homegirl, but I know for me personally, I just don't want that in my life anymore. And honestly, like I said in the other video, if you know that someone isn't doing right by you, if every time you argue, I'm not even gonna say argue, but with her, every time that I pointed out something that I didn't like about our friendship, she was so quick to go off. Well, do you want to fight? Da, da, da. Like, just quick to go off. But if it was anybody else, she was so calm and just like, okay, well, let's fix this. I'm sorry. But with me, oh, she just wanted to fight. And I'm just like, girl, why do you want to fight me so bad? Like, I'm too pretty to be fighting. Why do you want to fight me so bad? So it just got to a point where I was just like, I've been doing all this stuff for you. I've been a ride or die friend for you, and you just don't see that. And she doesn't know how to take accountability. So I will never be her friend again, ever. So fast forward back to New Year's Day. So she ended up texting us in our old group chat. She was like, I know we're not talking right now, but I just want to tell y'all Happy New Year's. And then she sent me and my homegirl a separate message with her and her baby talking about Happy New Year's from me. Oop, I said her baby's name. I'm gonna have to bleep that out. But she said Happy New Year's from me and bleep. And one thing about her is she's been texting us for a couple of months now. Like, okay, so the thing with her is, ever since me and my homegirl stopped being friends with her in September, I would say October or November, she ended up texting us the first time and was apologizing, basically. Yeah, it was in October. Then in November, she turns around after apologizing. She's going to accuse me of talking shit about her at a friend's party. Girl, I don't even think about you. Like, literally, I don't even think about this girl. And the only reason I'm talking about her is because, I don't know, it's just, you know, this is my little podcast. I'm going to talk to y'all about anything. But anyways, like, girl, the fact that she thought I even think about her, even talk about her, even she be on my mind, is just, it blows me. Because who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? And when it comes to her, I don't try to be rude, because that was once my friend. And I honestly thought that we had a real friendship. I thought that me and her were going to be friends for the rest of my life, but I was wrong. And it's kind of sad. It's a sad reality when you have to let someone go that you have so much love for, that you have so many memories with, that you've known for not a year, not 2 years, but years. And just having to let that relationship go is just, it's heartbreaking, honestly. But She accused me of talking shit about her at our mutual friends party. The same girl I was telling y'all about. She was saying, oh, I'm gonna fight her. Like telling the girl that I told y'all she was gonna fight me to, that girl. I hope that makes sense. I really hope that makes sense. But basically, we were at that girl's party and my friend's party, having a good time, y'all. Like, good time. So fucking good. Like, vibes was there. It was so fun. And she lives literally down the street from me. So when I get my whip, I'm gonna definitely pull up on her. But anywho, so yo, just having a good time, just vibing, just chilling, just everything under the sun. And the next morning, she's texting me. She's like, keep my name out your mouth. Stop talking shit about me. I don't even be worried about you. Just making shit up. And come to find out, she ended up calling the birthday girl, my friend, the party that I said I went to. We went to her birthday party. She ended up calling the birthday girl, talking about, you need to keep basically telling her the same thing she told me. We need to keep her name out our mouths and just blah, 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 blah. First of all, girl, nobody was talking about you. Your name was not brought up. Nothing about you was brought up. Like, nothing. So, like, I don't know, y'all. I've encountered I've encountered some crazy people in my life, y'all. Like, when I say crazy, I mean crazy. But the moral of the story is, watch who you are friends with. Watch who you date. And don't only watch them, but watch yourself as well. If you know you're not good in the heart, if you know you're not right in the heart, don't be spreading that energy to anybody else. And that's her thing. She blames it on, I was going through stuff, which I understand, but try not to take that out on the people that care about you. If you know someone cares about you, don't do them dirty. And that's what I have to tell myself, because I'm not even say I've done my ex-boyfriend dirty, but when it came to my attitude and how I acted, I did him dirty in that aspect. And that's something that I do regret. That is something that I feel sad about. However, it's in the past. It's already done. I've apologized and I'm ready to move forward. And if we happen to get back together one day, I would love to be a better woman for him and for myself as well. Mainly for myself, but also for him too, or whoever in the future, far future, that I decide to date. But that is it for this episode. Kind of just gave y'all like a little insight on my brain and what's been going on, and just really trying to figure out if I'm the problem for real. Like, am I really the problem? Y'all let me know in the comments. If you also think you're the problem, share your story. I want to hear y'all stories. I want to start reading people's like anonymous stories. So when my account get big, I'm gonna do that little like read y'all stories and just kind of react and reply to them. But I will definitely see y'all I will see y'all in episode 3 of Am I an Adult Now? Bye, y'all.